Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Dr. Ambrosio here at Abundant Health and Wellness Center in Woodstock, Georgia. So what I'd like to speak to you about today is another health tip that's very, very important. Of years of practice, I've worked with so many different things and so many different conditions with people. And there's an very overlooked thing that we need to do to really get full health for people. Now, is it the whole thing? In some cases it can be, but what it is scar tissue, old scars, whether it be from surgery or getting cut on glass or wherever you got that scar from. Whether it has stitches or not, they're still going to actually affect the nervous system. So what makes scar work so important to release those scars is there was a doctor, Dr. Dietrich Kleinhardt, and he really pioneered and studied this a long time ago, and he would actually inject lidocaine into different scars post-surgery and just scars, like I say, people have from accidents. And what he found was that the scars actually softened, the color of the scars completely lessened, maybe from a deep purple to more of a skin tone, or completely really disappeared as far as even the keloid, as far as being a bump or raised off the skin. So why is that important? And what did Dr. Dietrich Kleinhardt confirm with this? Well, basically a scar, once you have it, is a positive piece of polarity on your body. In other words, our skin and our whole body, top to bottom, is negatively polarized. When you get a scar of any kind, it actually becomes an area of positive polarity. So what does that do? Well, based on energy, if you look at it from an acupuncture standpoint or even just from the heart, we have electrical, obviously, energy in our body, right down to the cells and the mitochondria. Mitochondria, they're like little nuclear reactors. But we get this flow of energy to pump our heart and to cause many chemical equations in our body to occur, or chemical reactions, I should say. And when you have a scar, you actually have a blockage because of the polarity. So energetically, some energy is flowing from the bottom of your body up to the top, unless you have a scar on your stomach, well, it hits a roadblock. And actually that scar can now act as an electrical capacitor. So it will actually suck some of that energy in and it will hold on to it. And here's the problem. Randomly, at any given moment, it'll just discharge you through the body, and that causes neurological interference. So your left and right brain hemisphere can switch or get scrambled, and all different functions in the body can be reversed or not operate the way they should. Number two, really important, is the infection. When you have a surgical scar, despite what people will say, that's always going to be infected, because when you go in there, you're always going to get some kind of staph, especially if it's in a hospital, or something will settle into that scar and will cause a problem. So we're looking at polarity and infection. So when we work with scars, we can actually release that infection and that trapped energy, or change it from a positive polarity on the scar back to a negative polarity, so there's no interference with your nervous system. The way we do that is very simple. We have probes. One way is microcurrent, and we could turn these on, and we can actually go on each side. Let me turn those off so we don't ruin our sound here. It's a little bit loud. But we can actually go to each part of the scar and just go up and down the scar a few times, and then we can actually bring that polarity back from a negative to a positive. From a positive to a negative, which is what we want. The other way is we have different lasers and different light systems in the office. This one's called a halo, and we can actually shine it on a scar anywhere in the body, and because of what we call a photonic light reaction, which we have with this particular instrument, we can actually go in there and change the consistency of the scar and bring that polarity back to negative. And we have had, again, just things you wouldn't believe with the miracles. And one last thing before we leave, a patient I remember had an appendix scar, a big appendix scar. And this person started just having slumped over, had no energy, and started really, really being super tired. And person did everything, and then just by checking it, realized that scar from the appendix reflects to the heart. So once that scar was corrected with microcurrent, all of a sudden the person had abundant energy and everything was like switching a light switch on and off. So that one scar in that area, which wasn't even over the heart, reflexed, and it was from the appendix scar, causing the heart to get weak. So hopefully this was helpful. We're going to have many, many more short, brief explanations on many different things in your body that we work on here at Abundant Health and Wellness, and I hope you make it a great and healthy day, and we'll see you soon.